Hey, what's up? I see y'all. Hey, what's up? Happy New Year. We in the building. How y'all doing? Woo. We're here. We're back. All right, let's cut the music so y'all can hear me. I'm feeling a little crunk tonight. How y'all feeling, man? We are back for another video for our Love and Marriage Huntsville review. I see you guys here. Y'all could be anywhere tonight. It is New Year's Eve, honey. Anybody could be, hey, y'all could be out and about, partying, honey, whatever. I'm not going out tonight, guys. I made my decision. We are not going out. We're going to have our little shindig here. All right. We're going to have our little shindig here. Yeah, I'm not going out. It's too much going on, child. I'm trying to be here for 2024. I got a bar downstairs. Like, we got food, we got wings, and all this other stuff. We about to crank up the music and have a good time. And thank God that we make it to another year. All right, we're going to knock out this review tonight, and we'll have a good time. So thank you guys for joining. All right, I appreciate y'all. Let's get on into the review, honey. I ain't going to hold you because I know some of y'all ready to get on in them streets, honey. Y'all be safe out there tonight. Everybody that's in my live tonight, I want to see y'all in here again tomorrow. All right. Y'all be safe. All right. Yes. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So this is season 6, episode 31. This is the season finale. Okay. Because the next episode will be our reunion. All right. Now, the title of this episode is Family, Fidelity, and Fish. What they talking about, Tisha? And fries, honey. I don't know why they chose that, but that was kind of corny, but whatever. All right, so let's get into it. Everything said in the video is alleged, and in my opinion, let me go and put my banner up, child, just in case I fly off tonight, because I don't know, honey. We got that rum in our system already, child. Listen, okay? Yes, we're sipping, but we're good. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the episode begins, all right, with Stormi, honey, riding out, honey, she and Courtney are riding out on their ATVs, okay? Stormi, she's riding on the slingshot. I'm totally into that type of stuff because I'm kind of tomboyish when it comes to that. And Courtney is riding his bike, child. So they out, honey, husband and wife duo. And they are out on their ATVs. That's my type of thing. I was glad to see it. Yes. So they stop at this little eating spot, kind of chat it up and talk. And they're talking about this whole family thing again with Stormi. It's fake to me, but we'll get into it, child. So Stormi is talking to Courtney about Uncle Fred, Aunt Lisa, and Pitbull Betty, child, and bringing them back together after their little falling out. Now, y'all know they had, like, further up in the season, they were talking about Aunt Lisa and Pitbull Betty, child, arguing and carrying on. So now Stormi is still trying to stretch this storyline, and I'm just not feeling it, but whatever. It's fake. Courtney is kind of looking at Stormi like, this is some total bullshit again. Like, I don't really want to talk about this. Like, what else is going on? Courtney has on his big fake chain, child, like Rick Ross over there. He looking like a fake ass Rick Ross riding around in his Versace blouse. I was like, who be riding in a Versace blouse on a motorcycle? But go off, sir. All right. And anywho, honey, Stormi is telling Courtney that she has an idea to do a fish fry, honey, for the family in order to bring them together. All right. So Stormi said that she wants to see her Aunt Lisa and Betty Kruger, honey, hugging it out and crying and laughing again, honey, just being family. So Courtney asked Stormi, says, do you think with Fred being there that everyone will get along? Says that what you gonna do if things kind of go left? Because their family have a history, child, of things going left. So Stormi says that people put it in their heads and that, that it's going to be a war when it's really not going to be a war. But she says, let's just have a damn fish fry. All right. Because don't nothing bring people together more than food. All right. I love good fish fry. Even though I don't eat a lot of fried stuff, but I'll tell some damn fried fish from time to time. All right. So Stormi says that people, like I said, put it in their heads. Courtney then says that, well, who going to fry the fish? All right. Because I don't think he think that Stormi know how to do it. So Stormi was like, well, I was hoping that you would come with me, meaning that I want you to fry the fish. Courtney was like, yeah, no. I ain't trying to be going. No, I don't want to be in the middle of that bullshit. Courtney seems like the type of person who likes to stay away from drama and stuff to be going on to where it be a whole lot of arguing and stuff. I don't like that either. I'm very laid back and low key. Now, if somebody sends me some information, say, hey, the so and so was doing this, okay. But to be in the presence of somebody arguing and just steady going back, I don't like stuff like that because I'm very low key and I like to, I'm a peaceful type person. All right. But go off. Now, but Courtney was like, yeah, no, I don't want to be there for that. So Stormi was like, but well, then you could just stay back with Chess then, which is their son, all right? So Courtney was like, yeah, cool, because I ain't trying to be there for that bullshit. So Stormi then says that she's hopeful that everyone lets their guard down and that they can get along. Okay, yada yada yada, boo boo boo. Who cares? Next scene is Melody, honey, and they entitled it as Melody Rogers. I like to see that. I was like, yeah, get that hold up off there, because y'all know for the longest on the show they've been putting Melody Hope when they show her. But I was happy to see that this time production and they done changed it up and they done put Melody Rogers because that's what she identifies herself as now. Okay, so everyone is at this place called Growing Smiles, which is the Fletcher's daycare, for an outside event to kind of give out some back to school stuff like book bags and supplies and stuff like that. When Melody pulls up to kind of help the Fletchers give out like book bags and put together like the back to school bags or whatever for the kids. So Melody goes via confessional and she says that this type of event is right up her alley because she used to be an educator. So she was happy to be able to come and help the Fletchers put this together. She said she's happy to be there and she wanted Nell and Chris to know that they did a great job on the Houston trip. So she wanted to, I guess, come there and help them out and also thank them for such a great trip that they put together for Houston. But child, we all know it was a lot of shit going on in Houston. But nevertheless, she was happy to be there and to thank them for that. All right, minus Kiki and Martel's bullshit. It was a good trip. But so Nell says that she and Chris host the event every year of doing the back to school thing where they give out book bags and stuff like that. So it's no different that particular year. They were happy to do it again. So Melody says that you all did a great job. She was telling them on the Houston trip and that it was more peaceful. Really? So Nell says that I had a great time too. I did. I had a great time too. So Melody says that I've been on trips where it was very rude. Okay, which we all know, child. So Chris says, so the Las Vegas trip wasn't peaceful, was it? Which we all know was not, because Martel showed his whole entire ass in ass crack, child, on that damn show, on that trip rather. So Melody says, oh no, it was not peaceful. So then production kind of rolls tape back on Martel yelling at Melody about Melody's song when they kind of rolled the slingshots out to the desert and Martel was being held back where he was lunging at Melody and he was calling her crazy and telling her to shut up, and he was being super rude to her. And Melody was yelling back at him saying the song was not about him. So he was just like tripping out. Martel was doing too much. So then Melody says that we did go to Gatlinburg to the cabins that one time. And that wasn't a peaceful trip either. And then they showed again Martel going off on the guy that they used to show on the show, Cedric rather, where he was yelling at Cedric and they looked like they were getting ready to start fighting. So once again, Martel was ruining another trip. I was like, damn, can they go anywhere without him acting a fool? All right, so Melody says that Chris and Nell set the atmosphere that was a warm and happy atmosphere. She says that the food was present. She says that Martel reached out to me trying to decide if I'm going to, she says, Martel reached out to me, but I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to go and meet up to see what he wants. She says, I don't know, we'll see. And it would have been a hell no for me. If Martel would have called me and say, hey, Rail, I want to have a sit down conversation with you. Can you meet me at such and such a place? I would have been like, hell no. Because first of all, we just left Houston where you was yelling in my face, being hella rude, still lying and saying that I'm cheating and trying to make everybody think that I was doing some shit that I never did in the marriage because you're still in your feelings and can't move on. So I would have been like, no, I don't want to be around you. I don't want to give you any of my time. Like, no, like what the song? I don't want no scrubs. Like, no, you can't have none of my time. No. Hell, I don't want to be around you because he's so fucking negative and he starts stuff. Then he play victim. So yeah, no. So Chris says, well, what do he want to talk about? Once Mel told him that Martel reached out to her, Chris was like, well, what does he want to talk about? Well, you should know, Chris, because later on in the episode, Martel gonna keep saying, well, I was talking to Chris and Chris was saying, well. So it's like Chris is kind of advising him on what to do, I guess, to try to get Mel back, which we know that shit ain't gonna happen. Melody was like, well, I don't know what he wants to talk about. She said, depend on what he wants to talk about in terms of what, whether or not I'm gonna go and meet him up. meet up at this spot, okay? But like I said, I wouldn't be meeting him. Hell no. Martel, ciao, bye. So Melody says that sometimes he be slick and we'll just kind of see what's up with that. She said, I'm gonna just kind of feel it out and see. So Nell just kind of looks at her like, girl, bye. Like, I wouldn't be going to meet that nigga nowhere. All right, so next scene is they're back at Stormi's, where Stormi is traveling, child of the backwoods, honey, with her cousin, which she called him butter, but I was like, he was giving margarine, honey, because he was looking a little moist or whatever. But yeah, you were looking like a little margarine versus butter. That was his little nickname or whatever they call him, couldn't butter. So Stormi says that she hates that Courtney couldn't come, but she hates being in a place where there's discord as well. I can't tell. So Stormi then goes to confessional and she says that I brought couldn't butter, with me because he's a breath of fresh air and he's like a brother to me and he knows kind of everything that's been going on in the family or whatever. Okay, so then cousin Butter says that mess with Lisa and Betty, that's finna end today. They so damn country too, the way they talk. So Stormi says that I hope so because I be feeling like I'm kind of drowning in a mess. Okay, so then Butter and Stormi, they kind of talk about the situation with Lisa and Betty. And their issues and how they want them to kind of squash it and come together. Stormi, y'all know who Stormi is. Stormi is married to Courtney. Somebody said, who is Stormi? Y'all know who Stormi is, the one with the big nose that kind of goes down like this on her lip. Yeah. Moving on. All right, so Stormi then says via confessional that she is not sure if Lisa and Pitbull Betty, honey, can talk to each other and not at each other. All right. And Stormi and Butter finally arrive to where the family is meeting up at, to where all of the family is there. Stormi and Butter, they get out to go greet everybody. Her grandmother is there, who she calls Mama, aka, they says her name is Emma Ruth, is her grandmother's name. Then Stormi kind of introduces her family to everybody. There's Uncle Fred, there's Aunt Pat, there's Uncle Willie B, there's Aunt Nita, Tyrone Sr., and then he's got 2 kids named Tyrone. I was like, damn, there's a lot of Tyrone. But then there's Aunt Lisa, then there's Butter, then Stormi is there, and she says it's been a long day, and rather a long time since they've all seen each other and or had a fish fry, so they're trying to get together to get that started. They could have left that out. I feel like this was a fill-in scene or something like that because this was totally unnecessary, but whatever. So she wants everybody, like I said, to feel like family. Pitbull Betty, she's kind of helping out. They're kind of trying to get the fish cooker together. Betty is pouring in the oil to get ready to start the fryer, to get ready to start frying the fish. Then all of a sudden, Aunt Lisa kind of walks up and Stormi runs up to her and hugs her and greets her. Betty then looks up and sees Aunt Lisa, and then she kind of looks back down like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like she don't see her, which I thought was hella rude. Like you didn't speak or anything. And she just kind of looked at her all, mean, with that mean streak that she has. And went back to pouring the oil in the thing like she didn't even see her, which I thought that was hella rude. All right. So then Betty kind of walks away and walks back towards where everybody else is, away from Stormi and Aunt Lisa. So then Stormi goes to grab Betty and to have her and Aunt Lisa kind of hug it out and talk since she noticed they didn't speak, to try to, get the two of them to talk or whatever. So Stormi's talking to old Betty Kruger and Lisa about and she's pulling them away from the grandmother because she doesn't want the grandmother to hear them kind of going back and forth or whatever. So Stormi says to Betty, says that y'all seen each other yet? And Betty was like, yeah, we saw each other, like, and so Stormi was like, okay, it's okay, it's okay, y'all good. She says, so Betty was like, well, it's all right. It's all right. Stormi was asking them, well, y'all good? And Betty was like, well, we all right. So Lisa was like, we're cordial. I mean, we ain't good, but we're good. Y'all know. So then it kind of starts raining outside while they're standing out there talking, which they didn't expect that because they were expecting everybody to be outside. So they kind of start packing everything up and to get ready to go to another location, which Stormi turns into missionary Stormi, honey. And she says that the presence of the Lord is here and you can feel it in the atmosphere. I was like, where this come from? Like, when Stormi start talking about God, because you always been giving gang, but now you trying to be missionary Stormi out here, child, on the show. I was like, that was totally unexpected, but whatever. So Stormi says that Betty, oh, wait a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so Stormi asked Betty and Lisa, while they're standing outside, if they're good, and since she didn't want to finish their conversation. So Betty says to Lisa, says they give me one weekend out of the month. Okay, so they go to this other place. It's like a little a little spot where they can kind of go in and get shelter, I guess, like a little I don't know, hell, what you want to call it. But anyway, so Betty says to Lisa that she says, give me one weekend out of the month, meaning that I guess they're going to hang out or whatever. So Lisa says to Betty, she says that I tried to do that. She says, my husband works out of town. So whenever he's off, then I'm trying to spend time with my husband. I ain't trying to be fooling with you like that. I want to spend time with my husband. So Betty says, well, I want to spend time with my husband too. So then Lisa says, but yours lay in the bed next to you every night. I was like, they so damn petty. So, and I was like, damn, Betty's husband must be traumatized if he lay beside that thing every night, but, whatever. So Betty says, but that's not quality time. Okay. So Lisa says, how come it's not? So then Betty said, because, we have mama in the house with us. And I was like, what y'all trying to do? You trying to get mama about the house so y'all can be over there on y'all freaky deaky? That's what it sounds like. So I don't know what Betty trying to be child. I don't know what Betty trying to be over there doing with her old ass. But she need to sit down somewhere, child. Sound like she's trying to be over there swallowed up or something. I don't know. But Lisa says, well, what you gonna do then? I mean, so Betty says, we're gonna do what normal people do. All right. We're gonna be doing what normal people do. So at this time, the cousins and the nephews, they standing back laughing like hell, like what the hell? Like I know Betty ain't sitting over here talking about she trying to get her freak on. So Betty was like, well, I'm not coming around. I'm not trying to come at you wrong or anything. This was so fake, y'all. I'm sorry. So Lisa was like, well, I'm only gonna she says I'm the only one that's working and I need downtime too. So you think that you get ready to be on my days off or whatever. She says that I got stuff that I need to do. So it's so stupid. Golly. So Betty then says that, oh my God, because Betty was trying to talk, but Lisa was steady talking, not allowing Betty to say anything. So Betty kind of, Betty kind of got frustrated or whatever. So then Stormi kind of jumps in and she kind of gives them the kumbaya. And we're going to skip past that because I'm getting hella frustrated with them because that shit is fake. Moving on. I don't care no more. All right, so next scene is let me wave y'all away, child. Next scene is Melody and Martel. They're meeting up at this place called Charlie and Foster's. Okay, this is where she's going to be meeting up with Martel. It's raining outside. Melody has on her little freakum dress, a little tight little get up, honey, with it showing her figure because y'all know she's going to meet Martel. So when you're trying to let your ex know what he missed out on and what he's missing out on, you want to dress up a little bit and put on some of the little snug to show the body off a little bit. She had on her heels, honey. She was walking with a little bounce in her walk, honey. She had her good wig on with the little curly wig, child. It was giving Donna Summers just a little bit. So Mel was she was serving the girls a little bit. And I was liking that. I was like, you better serve out here, Mel. Okay. You better serve out here. She was looking damn good to go let Martel ass know what he done messed up and lost. I'm feeling that. All right, so she walks up and like I said, she's beating up with Martel. Melody then goes to confessional and she says that I'm meeting with Martel. Not sure what the meeting is about. I'm hoping it's not another gaslighting session, which we all know that's what the shit is gonna be. All right. So Melody then opens the door to get ready to go in. Martel is standing right there. He holds the door for her while she closes her umbrella to get ready to go in. And she tells him thank you for holding the door for her. All right, so Martel then asks Melody when she walks in. He's like, what's up? So then Martel asks Mel, also says, you want something to drink? Mel was like, yeah. So she gets like I think it's like a dark tea or something like that is what she wanted. I was like, girl, you better pray over it because, child, Martel, we don't know what kind of spirits he putting up in there. But so Martel was like, well, this is the menu up over here. I don't know if you've ever been here before. And I was like, when you ever been? Because you ain't never got no money, Martel. He trying to act like he out all the time. Well, I'm out all the time, but here's the menu right here. I come here all the time. That's the energy he was giving. I was like, nigga, you don't have no money. So when you been there? But anywho, so they order their drinks. The bill comes up to like $4.90. So Martel was like, I'm paying. He gonna whip out his card and stick his shit in there to pay for the drinks or whatever. He and Mel's drinks. $4.90. I was like, nigga, that ain't balling or whatever. But all right, $4.90. So Mel's kind of looking like, all right. So they go to their table where they get ready to sit down, and Melody notices that there are flowers on the table, like a bouquet of flowers that Martel brought. Martel says, well, we're going to sit right here, which is obvious because. So Melody sees the flowers, and she's like, who are these for? All right. Who these for? That's Melody. Martel says, for you. From me, for you, okay? Like he's trying to be romantic or something. And Mel's like, here we go with the bullshit. So Melody kind of frowns up. This is her face because she ain't feeling. She's like, here we go. She's like, ugh. So Martel is smiling from ear to ear because he's just happy to be in her presence. Like he's happy to be able to sit across the table and look at her. And he's feeling like he's really getting to her by giving her these flowers, but not knowing she ain't feeling none of this. All right. He's not piercing her heart, none of that. So Melody says, Martel, sweetie, we are divorced. We've been divorced for so long. And we're not newlyweds here. She says it's a nice gesture. And they're inappropriate, talking about the flowers. She says, aren't you dating Sheree? So Martel says, he starts stuttering. I'm not dating anybody. I'm single. Okay. But I was like, but don't you be fooling with Slaw. Don't you be still messing with Slaw. So you kind of not single. Because she all on the Original Straight No Chasers videos over there talking about y'all together. And Martel, my man. And we be me and Martel and me and Martel. So in her mind, y'all together. But he's still saying that he's single. Which now you're on television once again, not claiming her. Which is crazy. He's not claiming her. So Melody says, well, I'm dating, so it's inappropriate, meaning the flowers. So Martel's whole facial expression is like, what, you dating? But he didn't want it to show because then he kind of says, well, they're still for you, meaning the flowers. So Melody says, you know what? Give them to the kids, okay? His whole deposition changes because he wanted her to really take them damn flowers. So his intentions for this whole entire meetup with Melody is to show her that he's sorry for all the shit that he's put her through and to try to sweet talk her into probably coming back with him and being back with him. But she's not going to take the bait. So Martel kind of sips his tea whenever Melody says, give it to the kids. So he kind of looking over his tea like this right here. And he says, oh, well, all right. He said, all right. And you can tell his spirit is kind of broken after Melody says that because he was expecting different. He says, well, I'm happy that you're dating. I was like, lies. No, the hell you're not. So he says, that's actually good. Yep, that's good. He didn't mean that. Because I was like, you're going to be stalking her ass for real now to see who it is that she's dating. Because you thought it was that Keith dude at one point. But found out that shit was wrong. But it was tearing him up inside, like I said. So Martel, he looked kind of creepy while he was sitting there sipping and looking at Mel once she said that she was dating. I was like, is this motherfucker about to snap off on her? But Martel goes via confessional. He says that I came to this meeting and I brought her some flowers trying to be nice. But like always, she focuses on the negative and certain things not going to help us not going to help us move forward, okay? I was like, Martel, she doesn't want to move forward with you, okay? Like, she don't want to move anywhere with you. So I'm going to play the clip, guys, so y'all can hear this bullshit. And I'll show you guys periodically because y'all know they be tripping. So I do have the clip, and we're going to show it, all right? All right.
Thank you so much. You sitting here? Oh, that was hard. These are for you. From who? From me. For you. From me.
Martel, sweetie.
No, listen.
We are so divorced, honey.
All right, so let's listen.
Newlyweds around here. Nice gesture. I think it's very inappropriate. Aren't you dating Sheree?
I'm not dating anybody. I'm single.
Yeah, well, I'm dating. So it's kind of inappropriate.
Okay, well, these still for you.
Well, you know what? Give them to the kids.
Okay. Well, I'm happy you dating. That's good.
Yeah.
Yep, that is good.
Awkward.
I come to this meeting, bringing some flowers, trying to be nice, but like always, she's focused on the negative. And certain things is not going to help us move forward. When we're in Houston, we kind of had a little back and forth. I didn't want it to, ruin the little small things that we built in order to, co-parent the way we're doing right now, Since the last day in court, I think things have gotten a lot better with us, and I think co-parent has gotten a lot better.
Really?
Her face. And I talked to Chris, he told me that in our relationship, you didn't feel protected. And, I want to apologize for that because I didn't know that. I know some of the situations that I put you in, it not only hurt you, but you did feel unprotected. And really, I am sorry for that.
How do you apologize and then turn right back around and do stuff? That's what I don't like with Martel. Martel's apologies are never sincere. He apologizes for the moment, okay? Martel's apologies are for the moment. And then as soon as he don't get his way, he right back to the mess again, all right? And Mel's whole disposition like, are you done? She was not hearing that shit at all. All right, so let's continue. Martel says that when we were in Houston, we had a back and forth, and I didn't want to ruin the small things that we built. He says that co-parenting the way that we've been doing. He says that the last days of our court and things have gotten better, you know. He says that co-parent has gotten a lot better, you know. Man, I was looking like, hell no, co-parent ain't got no damn better. Co-parent has not gotten better. So, of course, she scrunches up her face while he's talking because he's just going on and on, just lying. In his mind, everything is fine. Martel is totally oblivious to the bullshit that he causes and the place that he continued to put Melody in. So, Martel, he kind of looks at Melody and kind of stares at her laughing, knowing that she's not falling into the bullshit that he's talking about. So Martel continues and says that I talked to Chris and he told me in our relationship that you didn't feel protected, and I apologize for that because I didn't know that. And I was like, again, if you know your wife, okay, you're her spouse, y'all been married, 12 years, I think they were married for. If you don't know your spouse and you don't know when something is off, that shows how disconnected you are with your spouse. I can look at my husband and tell if something's wrong with him and he don't even have to tell me. That's how connected we are. But Martel was not in sync with Melody because his focus was on trying to please himself. When you are selfish in your relationship and you're focused more so on your needs versus the needs of the person that you took vows with, then you don't know when they're not pleased. You don't know when they're not happy. You don't know when things are lacking, that you're supposed to be fixing those things, and you don't know that because you're so in tune with what you want. And that's what she was trying to tell him. You're still telling her you're not being pleased, she's not being pleased, and she's been telling you that, and you use the opportunity to try to make it about you and then make an excuse for yourself to go out and cheat and then think that it's right. And now she's supposed to sit across the table and hear all these apologies when she told you and gave you 5 years to get your shit together, and you chose to still play all up in her face. Like, no, I don't want to hear no apologies. Every time you apologize, you go back and do the same shit again. So it's like null and void at this point. Let's move on. My thing is, he did not protect her, and you didn't protect yourself because there's a child here to prove that you did not protect yourself and her. You didn't physically protect her. You didn't emotionally protect her. Psychologically, you did not protect her. There's so many ways to protect when it comes to somebody that you love. Most importantly, you didn't protect yourself because the two of you are one. And you went out and you made another child, which means you could have brought something back to her, not just a child, but it was during the time of the pandemic. So you have to be very cognizant of the fact that people were dying during that time in droves, and you cared nothing about that. Let's back up. You got, because I'm gonna be raw tonight. You gave no fucks about Melody, her life, your children's life, their welfare, nothing, because your focus was on yourself. So I'm gonna need you at this point, Martel, to keep that same energy and focus on you. Melody don't need you. You see that now. Melody does not need you. Knox was a revenge baby, okay? Knox was a revenge baby. And speaking of revenge, we're going to talk about the revenge P, okay? Because your bald-headed lying ass going to sit across this table and apologize for not protecting her when you knew what you were doing the entire fucking time. You knew. Get the hell out of here with that apology. Get out of here with that apology. Get out of here, I'm going to say it again, with that apology. It's bullshit. Apologies without changed behavior is bullshit. And that's exactly what it is. Martel goes on to say, and really, I'm sorry for that. I really just want us to stay in a really good place. Says that when we see each other, I want you to have your guard down. Hell no. That I will not do anything to bring harm or hurt to you anymore because we see each other often. That don't mean a damn thing. Because every time she's let her guard down in the past, that is when you come in like Satan himself and do some other crazy wild shit to her. When you deal with a person like Martel, you have to be very strategic in how you deal with this person and how you allow him in your space, because Martel looks for any little breaking point. He looks for any type of weak point. He's just like Satan. I'm telling you. He is just like Satan. When you let your guard down, that's when something happens. And that's what he's looking for her to do. That's what he was looking for her to do. Just let your guard down. Don't be so guarded when you're around me. I'm not going to do anything to hurt you. Meanwhile, that's what you're doing. Whole time Melody's looking at him while he's talking like, boy, stop lying. She's over him. She's over his lies. Okay. He's gaslighting the fuck out of her. All right. So Martel says that we talk, we text, you know, like everything is so copacetic between them. Melody's frowning up, doing this sarcastic smile like, hell no, we don't. We do not text and we do not talk like that. All right, so Martel then, while he's talking and he sees Melody's reaction to him, he's like, what? You know, and he's staring at Melody like, what? Why are you looking like that? So Melody then says that this is one of the most gaslighting experiences of my life. And I was like, thank you for saying it. Martel, he kind of looks down and defeated that Melody calls him on his bullshit. And let me tell you the difference between this conversation versus past conversations that Melody and Martel had. In the past, Melody would just sit there and let Martel gaslight the hell out of her. It was like she was afraid to speak. She didn't want to throw him under the bus. She didn't want to kind of go back and forth with him. But now that she's gained her peace, now that she's got a backbone now that she is not being strung in and out of court to where she got to be quiet and not do all these things. So he was playing with the justice system and he knew that he could play her and continue to do those things. But the new Melody Cherie Rogers is not the type to sit there now and allow Martel to gaslight her. And Martel don't know this new Martel don't know this new Melody. He's so used to running over her and he's so used to her sitting there and just sitting there being quiet. This Melody is checking the hell out of him, and I was totally feeling it. She was putting him in his place, and she was letting him know, nigga, you're not going to sit here and play up in my damn face and give me these sorry-ass apologies when you know your ass don't mean it. So moving on, Melody didn't, like I said, sit there and allow him to play in her face for the cameras, because it's for the cameras. There's Martel outside of the cameras, and then he gets in front of the cameras, and this is the bullshit that he does. Like, he ain't doing shit off camera. Like, you ain't taking this woman to court. Like, you ain't dealing in the revenge P. Like, you ain't got her children around coleslaw. Like, you ain't saying stuff on social media. Like, you ain't calling her and texting her inappropriate shit because she called him out on that as well. Martel do shit off camera, then get on camera to try to make it look like he's this doting father and that this scorned husband that the wife won't come back and that he's trying so hard to you know, co-parent with her and to be in good graces with her, but it's her that's giving him hell. That's the look that he wants. That's the look that he wants everybody to give. But I'm glad that Melody is speaking up and exposing his ass, okay? Melody continues. She says, first of all, we don't talk. She says, and we only text about specific things pertaining to the kids. And even some of those things that aren't necessary, she says, when you text those things, I don't even respond. I was like, you better give, okay? Thanks so much, Harold, for being here, okay? He is a mod for Chef Don Don, all right? Show him some love, all right? That's the homie. All right, so then Melody goes on to say, after Martel is sitting there staring at her like, did she really just read me down like that? Bitch, yes, okay, she did. Read your ass to the ground and back up. All right, so Melody then says that then you talk about us being in a good place or space, rather. She says, getting along? She says, no, we're not. We're not doing any of that, okay? Martel is looking crazy like he didn't know they weren't getting along, okay? Knowing he'd be about the shit, but he's sitting there all surprised like, we're not getting along? This is Martel. Melody's telling him, we don't talk and or text unless it's about the kids. We only talk and text when it's about the kids. That's his reaction. I said, this ninja right here. This is right here. His whole disposition changed when Melody started reading his ass down and was like, yeah, I ain't about to do this with the cameras. I'm not about to kowtow and play like this for you in front of the cameras. No. So Melody continues. She says that we're not cool. Okay, we're not cool. She says that, and even, of course, watching, even then when we were in Houston and watching Nell coming in and, you know, watching Nell coming in and out and screaming at you and she's hollering and crying and then you sitting here screaming and hollering, doing all that. So he's sitting there kind of looking crazy at Melody like a child, like a scolded child while she's talking to him. So production then rolls take back to when they were in Houston and Martel was acting out and doing all this hollering and carrying on the trip once again because it's always him. So Melody says, so the fact that you're still being the agent of chaos, I was like, I love that, agent of chaos, because that's totally him. It really confirms that you still ain't grew up. I said, bitch, yes. Martel, you have not shown any growth since Melody left you. It is impossible for a person not to show any growth. But Martel, you have not shown any growth. Matter of fact, you've taken a few steps back, to be honest. Martel has shown no growth since Melody divorced him. Let's take it on back before that. Since she left him, he is in the very same place he was when she left. Okay? In the same place. Martel then says that my hope is that we can stay in a place of peace. I was like, he's just not getting it. So you're still yelling and acting out. Let me show you how you're not in a place of peace, Martel. You're still yelling and acting out. Okay, you still running around smashing holes, one of which you brought to Houston, okay, because you're trying to be on your get back, but that didn't even fly either. Melody didn't give a hot damn about that either, so that didn't land the way you wanted it to. You still lying, you still starting shit behind the scenes, okay, you still putting batteries and coleslaw back, okay, so yeah, there's no peace. There's no peace. At this point, it's war. That's what Melody's letting your ass know. There's no peace. So Melody responds that we're not in a place of peace when Martel says that he just wants them to be in a place of peace. Martel then says that, well, what would it take for us to get in a place of peace? That's my whole thing. So I'm looking like a place of peace, Martel, will probably be you, would be Melody looking down at your ass in a casket, or you in jail. That would be a place of peace, because then you can't do shit. Okay, that would be the thing for you, to be laying in a casket somewhere, or your ass to be behind bars, because at least then you will not be in a position to be able to do shit to no one. It will be done to you, okay? You will be in jail getting swallowed. You probably might enjoy that too, because your baby mama said you like men. No shade. I ain't say the shit. That's what your baby mama said. But let's continue. So Melody then says that that's not going to happen whenever Martel says that what would take place of peace. Melody says that's not going to happen. Martel again looks crazy, and then he kind of looks away. He can't look her in the eyes because he's done so much shit to her. He can't even face her. Okay, he's sitting across from her, but he's not man enough to look her in the eyes and say the things that he needs to say to her, because she's snapping off. She's checking him. Everything he's saying, she cutting it down, slicing his ass up like a tender steak over there. Okay, slicing him up. He's in disbelief that Melody is reading him down, because she is not the same Melody that he used to know. Okay, this is a different Melody. Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so he kind of keeps staring away like the psycho that he is, okay? But I feel like all this could have been avoided had Miss Marlene made Martel's daddy use protection. Yes, I said it. I told y'all we raw tonight. It's New Year's Eve. I'm sipping. We raw, okay? This Martel, you and your bullshit could have been avoided if Marlene would have told her man to use protection, okay? And Melody wouldn't have had to deal with this bullshit. Somebody said, Caramel, that's raw. We raw. Marlene, you should have you should tell your man to use protection, and we wouldn't have to deal with the bullshit from your son or the other one to stay in jail. You caused this bullshit. So Melody kind of looks at Martel like, what's next? Okay, somebody said, right. Y'all know I'm right. Shit. Should have had that nigga wear a condom. All right. So Martel then starts stuttering, because y'all know whenever Melody backs his ass up into a corner, okay, he says, I don't do anything towards you. I've been waving the white flag for so long now, like, you know, this is him. This is him. So Melody's like, oh, okay. So while he's talking, Melody's like, oh, okay. She's being sarcastic. Oh, okay. I've been waving the white flag. Melody's like, yeah, all right. Okay. Well, my thing is, how the hell are you waving the white flag, Martel, when all she sees is red flags, nigga? You talking about you waving the white flag, okay? That means you're ready to surrender, but you're not ready to surrender because you're ready to have war. Melody's all she's seeing is red flags, okay? Now you in court, taking her to court for the kids, red flag. Let's do a rundown of the red flags that she's seeing since you waving the white one. Let me show the red ones that she's seeing. You taking her in and out of court, trying to take her kids away, knowing damn well you can't take care of them, okay? Red flag. Okay, you sicking Ariane on her every other day while her ass is hopping on original straight no chaser calls over there, talking shit about Melody and clocking her coochie mouths when you don't know who she's with, because everything that you know about this woman is from pillow talking with that bitch that you lay over there with, which is called Martel. Another red flag. Okay, I ain't done. Having Mel's kids around Ariane, The same bitch that broke up the family dynamic in the first goddamn place. Another red flag. I ain't done. Okay. Asking the courts to make Melody pay you child support and spousal support when she's taking care of your 4 children that you pay no child support for. But you're running over there helping Coleslaw pay her bills when your 4 children are lacking what they need from their father, and you're putting it all on the mother when the children didn't fucking ask to be here and the mother didn't ask to be in a position that you put her in. But then we have these pick-me's. Let me speak to the pick-me's right quick before I move forward, because I'm tired of y'all hoes. Let me get some more of that. Let me get some more of that poison in my system right quick. Because I'm about to read the fuck out these pick-me's. I'm sick of y'all asses. Because come here, read the comments. Melody is just bitter. Melody doesn't want to move on. Bitch, she will move on when she gets the fuck ready. Who are you to tell somebody when to move on? When she gets ready to move on. Had Martel done half the shit that he's done to Melody to you, you would not take that shit that he has done to her. Martel is evil. Pick me, shut y'all asses up. Please do. How you gonna tell a woman who bore 4 children from this man and gave him 5 years to get his shit together and still stay with him while watching him still out with Coleslaw? Still was cooking for him, still rolling her back for him, still washing his nasty funky drawers, still putting up with his bullshit. And then the pick-me's got a nerve to say she is bitter and she is still living in the past and she won't give him a chance to apologize. Fuck his apology. Take the apology. Let me tell you what to do with this apology. Take that apology, put it in your back pocket, sit on that bitch, okay? Grind on it, coochie pop on it, all that. We give this many fucks when it comes to Martel and his apology. You know what that's a 0. We give that many fucks about your apology, Martel. For real, let's move on. He done got me mad. And I want to roll my eyes at him before I move on. And move my damn bangs. Shit. But yeah. Nigga, fuck you. And your apology. All right. The constant digs at her. Okay? Like, for real. Red flag, red flag, red flag. All right, so Melody responds after Martel and his damn shenanigans. Melody was like, yeah, and that's where the problem is. You pretend to wave a flag while doing stuff behind the scenes. Like I was just saying. Said that your flags are red and they're declare war flags. Okay, I totally agree. Martel kind of stares away again. This is him every time Mel reads him and put him in his place. This is him. Like he's so oblivious to the shit that he's. No, nigga, look this way. You brought me here, but you looking over. I don't know what's so amazing over here, but you brought me here. My time is precious. So if you want to talk, nigga, let's talk. I don't know what you're looking at over here. I need your attention right here. Okay, if you want to sit across the table and be on your bullshit, let's talk. Because I got other shit to do. That's what I would tell you. You don't brought me here. I need eye contact when you talking to me. Not looking over there. All right, be a man. I know it's hard. You've been used to being a bitch for so long, but for 5 seconds, I need you to be a man. All right, moving on. Melody goes via professional. She says that Martel playing mind games is what he does. She says that him showing up, smiling, trying to act like Prince Charming when we all know that he's responsible for all the stuff happening on social media pertaining to me. All right. Says that could change people's opinions of me, which is what he wants to do. Make everybody think that Melody is this 304 that's just running around here out here just on everybody when really it's him. And that's something that I've known about Martel. Everything that Martel says is always the opposite. Okay. If he says I'm sorry, that means he on his bullshit. Okay. If Martel says that he's changing, that means the nigga not changing. If Martel says that he wants peace, the nigga wants war. Okay. Period. That's how you got to read with Martel. Anything that Martel says is always the opposite. That's how you got to play that with him. And that's how I read it. All right. Yeah. So Melody lets him know it's all bullshit and everything you're doing on social media, you're doing that and you're trying to make me look bad. All right. She says, I'm tired of you giving these false narratives. Okay. She says, and you're responsible for that. Martel then responds and says that we have all this stuff that we got to be around. She said, we got our stuff where we got to be around each other. Mel's like, I don't give a fuck. We can still be around each other, but I'm not letting my guard down, and I'm not going to let you continue to run over me, all right? It's kind of like he's begging Melody to give in when she's not giving in. But we got all this stuff, you know, with children. The kids are in sports and all this, and we got to be around each other. Okay. We got to be around each other, but I'm not letting my guard down, and I'm not changing what I said. I'm not putting my barriers down when it comes to you, and that's what he wants her to do. Melody then goes on to say that you should have thought about that when you did and allowed others as well to attack the person that you have children with. And he always likes to throw the children in there like he cares about the children when you gave no fucks about your children when you were out during the pandemic, running around with Coleslaw and anybody else, because Coleslaw was not the only person that Melody says he was running around with. She said he was running around with multiple women. Multiple means more than one. Running around with more than just Coleslaw. Could have brought anything back to your children and your ex-wife now. So now you care about the children. When you were leaving them to go out to be with someone else and making other children. So you didn't care about them then, so you don't care about them now. Okay? And for a long time after Melody left, you weren't, and I'm going to put your business out there. Okay? For a long time after Melody left you, Martel, you weren't even coming to see the children. You are punishing the children because Melody left you. So now you care about the children. Now you want to be on your damn Whitney Houston, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way bullshit. Is that what we're on now? Are we on that? You didn't even go to one of your children's birthdays. You didn't even go to Mariah's birthday party. Can we keep doing that? You went to Atlanta to be with Sheree. But now you care about your children. Nigga, shut up. You care nothing about children. And the only reason you're seeing them now 1 week on and 1 week off is because it's ordered by the judge. Stop it, Martel. Martel then says, well, I'm sorry for that too. He's full of I'm sorries. You are sorry. That's the only good thing. That's the only thing that you said that was true the whole time. You are sorry. Now, Melody says, no, you're not, Martel. He continues to apologize. Melody says, no, you're not. Says that you are the battery, okay, in the back. That's you. You're the battery in the back that keeps the bullshit going. Martel says, I'm sorry. He says, but no. I'm not the battery in the back, but I'm sorry. He continues to apologize. And Mel's looking like, All right, so Martel says that I don't want to control nobody, okay? That's what Martel says. Who said anything about controlling? See, you can't even follow a conversation, Martel. Melody says a lot of things said come out of your mouth. And she's right. Where would Coleslaw know anything about Melody? Where would Coleslaw know anything about Melody? See, that's the thing. Martel, when you laying up in the bed and you're talking about Melody to Coleslaw, she's making mental notes because she can't stand Melody because she low-key admires her and wants to be her. So that could be a very dangerous thing. We already talked about it. Single black female, it gives those vibes. So any little thing that she can get from you on Melody, she's going to take that and run with it. And Martel, you are a bitch for doing that because even though you're not with Melody, the man in you would still make you want to protect the person that you used to be married to and took vows to and had children with, for to be exact. It's still your responsibility, even though you're not married to her, to protect her. Okay? That's still your responsibility. You don't have to be a bitch towards her because she chooses not to be with you because you fucked up your life with her. You're still supposed to protect her. You don't allow nobody else, I don't care if it's your side chick or anybody else, whether it's on the cast or whoever, to speak negatively about her. But when you're doing it, it makes it hard for other people to not get permission when they see you doing it. The respect comes with you first. But when Coleslaw see you talking shit about Mel, that puts the battery in her back to feel like it's okay for her to do it. And that's what Melody is trying to tell him, and he's not understanding that. So Martel is still on the no, that he's not, the person that has the battery in his back that's starting the stuff. He's trying to say, I don't control nobody, meaning I don't make Coleslaw do this, and I don't make her say and do the things that she does. Yes, you do, because you don't stop her. So Melody then says that, yes, they are. Like when you were calling me hoes and bitches, that was an attack on me. His whole facial expression like, wow, you telling this on camera? You're telling everybody that I do this? He was very shocked that Melody was airing him out because she never did that before. Melody never aired him out like she did, and I was loving it. All right. So Martel again, I don't know what's going on over here. Again, he looks over here, face all scrunched up, like, I can't believe she did that. Okay, while she's just steady giving it to him. All right, so Melody then says that you should be shaking your daggone head, okay? Okay, you should be sitting there like, I can't believe she doing this shit. Melody's like, yeah, you should be shaking your daggone head. You should. So Melody, so then Martel responds by saying that I ain't did shit. So he kind of getting frustrated now. I ain't did shit in that high-pitched voice that he like, I ain't did shit. That's him. With his zesty ass. So then Melody says that you always doing shit. I was like, come through, Melody. Says that you were doing shit 3 days ago in Houston. So they literally just came back from Houston. All right. So he feels like now that they're back and it happened 3 days ago, in his mind, oh, that's the past. That's how Martel thinks. That's in the past. We don't want to talk about the past. Yeah, it happened 3 days ago. That's in the past. Oh, yes, zesty. He's zesty. Very zesty. All right, so Melody then said that you were blowing up and saying all these inaccurate things to these people in Houston, okay? And you're always doing that, okay? So she's letting him know, you always wait till you get in front of people and try to paint the narrative to make me look like I'm one way when you know that that's lies, okay? So Martel said, if I said it, then it was accurate. He tried to say it under his breath, but Mel caught it and the camera caught it as well. Melody says, no, it's not accurate. All right, she right back on his ass again. Said that you said when we were married that I was going to hotels cheating on you, and that's a god dang lie. But she said something else. I don't say that. I'll cuss you out, but I'll never go there because, you know. But she's mad, so I feel on that, baby. Say what you got to say to Martel to clear his ass out. So Martel then says that I didn't say that you were cheating. You a liar. You a liar. How many times did Martel say Melody was cheating on just the trip alone to Houston? We're not even going to count the other times. We're not going to count when they went to Las Vegas and everywhere else. Martel, you have said that the entire time that Melody was cheating. Okay? He's trying to say, I never said that you were cheating. Okay? He looks away because he knows his ass is lying. Melody says, yes, you did. And she said it twice. Yes, you did. So then Martel says that I said it's a possibility, but you know, all right then. You never said no. You can't even spell possibility. You can't even spell alcohol. So I know your ass ain't said nothing about no possibility. You said she cheated. You said she was going to hotels and that she was messing with other people. You put it out there to where other people were thinking that Sugar Mama wasn't even your child because you were telling everybody this girl was cheating. So now you want to sit up and say you never said this shit and you did. All right, so oh my God, I was getting so frustrated with Martel. Martel then turned out to Melody checks him to tell him, yes, you did say that. Well, I'm sorry for that too. That's him. I'm sorry for that. So everything he gets called out on is I'm sorry. So Melody says, no, you're not. No, you're not. She says that you're not sorry for cheating. And we know you was cheating, okay? How do we know? Because little diabetes is here, all right? Now, Martel says that if I would have known that it was going to destroy what we had, it wouldn't be like this. So what did you think was going to happen with you cheating, Martel? You thought Melody was going to stay another 5 years and wait for you to finish doing whatever you were doing over there at Coleslaw's house and bring your ass home, climb in the bed with her, probably ain't washed your ass because he don't look like he washed good anyway. Ain't washed your ass and done climbed in the bed with her and expecting her to do SEHual things with you when you done been over there with that nasty bird who we done saw with bumps and shit all around her mouth. So we know she nasty. We know you nasty, bitch, because you got shit all around your mouth. Because you were happy to tell everybody you was over there eating ass. And you know Martel be around, honey. He get around like a merry-go-round. And he obviously don't use protection because you done been pregnant by his ass 3-4 times. And you decided to have knocks because you were on your get back and you were thinking that was going to make him leave Melody and be with you and wife you. But here we are. Lo and behold, here we are years later, and Melody wound up leaving him. Martel was never in any danger of leaving Melody. Martel was never in any danger of leaving Melody. She left him. She divorced him. Okay? And had she not done that, his crusty, funky ass would have been still over there at Melody's. He'd have been still there. He's asking to be there now. He's still wearing his wedding ring. Coleslaw, you should be fucking embarrassed to stay to stay capping for a nigga that ain't even thinking about you, sis. He keeps denying you in public. But you already said he come over at 2:00 in the morning. If that's your man, baby, he can see you during the day or night. Why he gotta be at 2:30 in the morning? This man want to be back with his wife. Because there's no stability over there. You drive him nuts. You too needy. You won't work. You ain't a boss. Your thing ain't giving what it needs to give. So obviously while you were bragging, while he was bragging, saying, I went over there to her and I think it was her because she was giving me what I needed. Obviously not. Because you want to come back. You're trying to spin the block and come back to mail. Now you're saying she was a good wife and whatnot. What does that say about you, Coleslaw? That means your stuff ain't shit over there. He tired of scratching. Martel tired of scratching. He ready to come home, baby. He tired of them fleas over there at your house, Coleslaw, and them damn bumps. All right, so let's continue. But he says, if I would have known that it was going to destroy what we had, then it wouldn't be like this, meaning I wouldn't have fucked up the thing like I did, okay? So like I said, he thought Mel was going to stay during the cheating. So Melody was like, what do you mean? Because I won't about to be staying no more with you doing all this. Martel says, if I knew what I did was going to destroy, so Melody cut him off, says that, how could you not know that? Meaning you really thought that I was going to keep sitting back and watching you creeping in the door telling me you was down there at the gym lifting weights when you was really over there lifting asses. Is that the level of bullshit you was on there, sir? Mel was like, listen, I was asleep. I was asleep for 5 years, bitch, but I'm woke now. That's what she was letting him know. For 5 years, I gave you time to get your shit together. I was here. But bitch, now I'm woke, okay? I was snoring while you was fucking around. But the bitch is woke now. You can't pull the wool over my eyes and play with me. So Martel says, if I knew it was going to destroy my whole family and put us at odds like this, he says that no, I start stuttering. I would not have done it. So Melody was like, boy, bye. So Melody then says that, what you thought we were gonna be walking around being like Mary Poppins? I was like, so Martel says that it's played a toll on me and you and the children. Oh, now you care about you, Mel, and the children. Oh, okay. How convenient. He said, like, certain decisions that you make for the school with everything, he said that it all stems from what I did. Well, you think? You think. Okay, Martel, now you finally get it. Because all this time you've been blaming Mel, so it's so refreshing to hear you finally take some accountability, even though you know you don't mean it. But just the fact that you said it and it's recorded on camera, so we can run that beautiful beam footage back and see that you are finally acknowledging some shit that you've done versus putting it all on Melody. Thank the Lord, okay, and all of his angels. So Martel continues, says that I just regret from the depths of my heart, okay? Then he starts, cursing because he's frustrated just thinking about how he fucked up his life and he's not with his family anymore. Like holidays go by, he ain't with his family. Melody and the kids are on vacation, he ain't there. These are all the things that he misses. And we saw that when Melody invited him on the Destin trip. He looked like a fish out of water. He was jealous at the fact that she could afford a yacht. He was jealous at the fact that the kids and everybody was running around having fun. He was reminiscing on the fact that, hey, this is what we used to do, and I'm not in that dynamic no more. I can't touch my wife. I can't sleep in the same bed with her and be how we used to be. So now my life is fucked up, and I did it. Had I not run around with that stupid-ass bumped-up child over there, I would be back with my family. He misses his family. He hates having to do the 1 week on and 1 week off with the children because it's rough. He ain't have no food over there either. We're going to get to that. So he just says, I regret from the he says, and if this him stuttering, and if I knew that it would affect us, that it wouldn't be this way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we absolutely know what you're saying. Oh God. So Melody says, oh, like she ain't hear none of that shit. She like, oh, like thank you for saying it, but oh, says, well, you should have listened. That's what Melody said. Martel says that, but we can't be in a bad space and co-parent. You just not realizing that? You were in a bad space when you were going to court. Remember when you took it to court to try to take the kids away and had your mama and was mad at your mom because she wasn't going to stand in line for you about Melody? Y'all were in a horrible place. And she was still co-parenting amicably with you, still allowing you to get the kids, okay? Even though she didn't have to. He says that we got to be in a much better space and to stay there. No, you need to be there. She's been cooperating. It's just been you because she won't come back. You tried to use the courts in order to control her, and that didn't work because then that tapped your pockets. You were looking stupid and mad because then you couldn't pay your attorneys. Just dumb. Created another situation that did not have to be out of bitterness. So Martel's, like I said, idea of a better co-parenting space is having him and Mel back together as husband and wife so that he can continue to control her. So Martel doesn't feel that he and Melody can co-parent amicably unless they are husband and wife and back together. And that's total bullshit. He is a dependent. Martel is a dependent emotionally, psychologically, financially, in any sense of the word. All right. He just wants to be back in the house. He's struggling. Okay. That's why he wears that ring, because he lives vicariously through Melody in her world. He wants to be in her world. He's delusional. Martel Delulu Hope. That's what I'm naming you. You are Delulu, sir. What psycho walks around almost 4 years after your divorce with your wedding ring on, okay, looking stupid? Melody says that you keep doing stuff, okay, like let's keep it 100. That's what she's telling him. Martel says, listen, when we leave here, I don't want you to be even more mad at me. Mel says, I ain't mad. She says, to be real with you, she says that you don't affect me like that anymore. I was like, that's how you got to give it to him, because he feels like, Martel feels like that Melody just lays in bed all night. Like, oh my God, Martel, I can't believe we're not together. Mel is living her best life. Mel stay catching flights and never feelings. That be you going to get the bags cut from under your eyes. She on a flight. She is on flights and shopping and wearing red bottoms and then folk with her children and out to eat and having, Taco Tuesdays and shit like that. She ain't thinking about you, and that's what she let his ass know. And when she said that, Martel was like, damn, she don't really think about me? No, she think about you. Mel was like, that shit don't affect me no more. So Martel says, well, why you can't forgive me then, okay? Why you can't get that off your heart? He said it shouldn't even be there. And I was like, wait, what? You don't get to tell her what should be on her heart when you damaged and ripped her heart out by the damn root. So Melody says, you don't get to tell me when I move past anything. I said, you better tell his ass. Because you're trying to be controlling again. You can't tell somebody that you hurt as deeply as you hurt her when to get over what she is going through. If she want to take 50 years to get over that shit, she deserves to. If she never ever gets over it, she deserves to. If she don't ever accept your apology, she don't have to. She don't have to. I despise a person to do shit to me and be like, okay, it's been such and such amount of time, Caramel, you should get over it. And you should kiss my ass. That would be my attitude. You should totally, both cheeks, okay? Start with the left one and work your way over to the right one. Kiss them, because you don't get to tell me how to react after you hurt me. Moving on. Martel says, right, I got it. So he's agreeing with Melody, which you should. You don't want to upset her, because his motive is to wear her down to where she said, okay, Martel, let's try to get back together and let's try to work things out. That's what he wants to hear, but she's not telling him that, so it's frustrating him, all right? So Mel has Martel by the balls, literally, all right? Now, Melody says that the fact of the matter is that you're always doing something, Martel, all right? So Martel goes via confessional. Let's read this bullshit. He says that she is so focused on the past. All right, 3 weeks ago, you were just yelling at her. Says that she can't see all the great stuff that I'm doing in the present. The Lulu. All right, says, and I feel that being the father of her 4 children, here you go, says that she should want to be on a better page. Says that we want what's best for all of us instead of just being so nitpicking and focusing on all the little things that happened so long ago. That's how he said it. All right. Yeah, you were just yelling in her face 3 days ago. We didn't even talk about 4 years ago. So let's do 3 days ago when you were just in Houston. You were very, very on your bullshit, Martel, and even brought another woman in and was smashing her. You weren't thinking about Melody. You weren't thinking about trying to get over anything and be peaceful on it. You were on your get back. You probably wanted Melody to hear you in the other room, on that bullshit with the girl that you done brought up over there. But we ain't hear nothing because Melody already said, you weren't working with shit over there, pretty much. So, yeah, hold on now. Am I on my petty? Absolutely. Melody then says that, why are you wearing that ring that I got you in 2008? Martel, why the fuck are you wearing that wedding ring that I bought you? Pray tell. Martel says, the same reason that you got on the ring that I bought you in 2010. Melody says, you did not buy me this ring. Martel says, I did. All right. And he's looking around the room again. I don't know what's so going on over there. Guilt is all over Martel. Martel then says, and you have it on your wedding finger as well as, as I do as well. All right. So Mel then says that you didn't buy me this ring. Martel says that I guess you got the memo too. So he's trying to be funny. Melody says that I just bought this a year ago, meaning I just bought this ring. So stop trying to get on camera, trying to act like you buying me jewelry and I'm accepting that shit, because we all know it's lies. All right. So Melody says that, why you got the ring on though? Like, you still ain't answer my question. You trying to, deflect here. Why do you have on the ring that I bought you? Martel says that I'm manifesting. He says that I want to be married. But my thing is, you've done no work on yourself. So whoever it is that you snatch up and marry, you're going to damage them and run through them like you did Melody, because you have not taken the time to work on yourself, Martel. Marriage is not just about you, and that's why you divorce now, because you don't understand the sanctity of marriage and being one. Okay? Period. All right? You've done no work on yourself. I think you should go on and just marry coleslaw at this point, because I don't know anybody else that's crazy enough, if they've been watching this show and that know you. I don't know anybody that crazy enough to do it. I mean, even Belinda saw the shit and was like, fuck no, I'm out of here. She about to get married to somebody else. All right. So go to marry coleslaw, because at this point, Melody's like, it's a hell no for me. So Melody says that you're supposed to manifest with something new, not old. I was like, so she says that since it was so bad anyway, meaning our marriage, Martel says, well, it wasn't so bad for me. I was like, here you go. Finally, you stop with the bullshit, Martel. Okay. He says, oh, it wasn't that bad to me, meaning the marriage between he and Mel wasn't that bad. But you were telling everybody that Mel was just not such a great wife. Now all of a sudden she is. All right. So here comes the truth. Melody says that obviously that's what you say, okay, and how you acted. Martel says that, of course, sounded disappointed. He says that Mel didn't take him or his flowers and swipe. It says that he was mad because Melody didn't take his flowers, so he was looking all sad and disappointed. I say he probably got them damn flowers from the graveyard. That's probably where he got them from. All right. But Martel says, but anyway, our marriage wasn't all bad. He says that we had great times. We did everything together. He says, I think that we really tried to make each other happy and in the marriage. So then he has like this little pause, and Melody was like, really? Really, she wasn't impressed with that at all. So Martel goes on to say that I think that's why it was so successful. No, it was successful because she was doing all the work and you were doing none. All right. So you just contradicted yourself, Martel. All right. So all the shit that you told Ariana about Melody, about how horrible your marriage was because you wanted to get all up in her drawers. Because y'all know, anytime you try to be with somebody else on some other bullshit and you're trying to cheat, you got to make the wife look like she's the most horrible person in the world, that she ain't doing shit at home, and that y'all marriage is just horrible. So now you see there, Ariana, he said that the marriage was so successful and he was happy and they were doing all these things together. So everything he told you, bitch, was a lie. I'm sorry to break it to you on my channel, okay? Moving on, girl. Not that I care about your feelings, though, because I don't. Moving on, Melody then says, well, I'm getting ready to get on out of here. Like, enough of hearing your shit, Martel. I gotta go. She was like, I got a flight to get on, so I got to get out of here. So Martel, already knowing that Melody don't hurt him, that she's dating now, in his mind, he's upset, knowing that she's getting ready to be catching a flight, because maybe her birthday ain't going to be on this flight, and he's kind of getting agitated now, all right? So all the apologies that he's given her are getting ready to go out the window, all right? Because he is in his feelings. So Martel looks like, can I go too? That's the look he gave Mel. So Martel says, dang, can you just chill? When Mel says that she's getting ready to leave because she got a flight to get ready to catch. Okay, because he don't want Melody to leave. He's happy to be sitting and watching her from across the table, child. He's pouring out his heart, and Melody is just not hearing him. So he says, plus, plus Melody is disregarding his feelings, like I said, while he's pouring out. So Martel then says that you're being so difficult, that's why. So he's getting agitated. I said, here come that Ike Turner coming out. So you just sat here and apologize. Now you get ready to start your bullshit again, Martel. Melody says, no, I'm being honest, okay? She says, but you don't like my honesty. All right, so then Martel says, dang, just chill out. So then Melody says, just because it's not what you want to hear, it's the truth, okay? Somebody said security. So Martel says, it's okay. Says, you're just trying to be difficult, all right? No, she's just not trying to hear your bullshit. So Martel, he just keeps saying, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. He's staying agitated as Melody's like, I'm getting ready to go. She's blowing off, everything that he's saying, and that's agitating him. So Melody says that, how am I being difficult? She got an attitude, and that's totally how I would be messy and say, how am I being difficult? So Martel, he's looking all defeated. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. That's him. It's okay. That's Martel. So he's like, I'm gonna let you go. First of all, bitch, you're not letting me go anywhere, okay? You're not letting me do anything. I'm leaving because I want to leave. Okay, if I get up right now to leave, there's nothing that you can do about it. So letting me, that's a very strong word. Don't use let when it comes to me. You're not letting me do anything. All right, so Melody says, give the flowers to kids and tell them that they're from mom, okay? They're from their mom. That shit pissed him off royally. Martel is mad, and of course now he wants to argue because Mel didn't take the flowers and told him to give the flowers to the kids. All right, so Martel is mad as hell. Martel says that how about you just send the kids some flowers? Melody says, well, I do send them things like food to your house at times, but I'm talking about give those flowers to them then, okay, Martel? So now Melody has now blasted Martel to let the world know that on the weeks that he have the kids, that Melody has to take food over there because Martel does not have food. Did y'all catch that? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, honey. Melody put there that Martel on his week, because y'all know they do the 1 week on and 1 week off. Melody put it out there that when the kids are with Martel for that whole week, that she has to bring food over there because Martel don't be having no food. He barely can take care of himself. But these are the same 4 children that you want full time to take away from their mama, who have food all the time and Taco Tuesday every Tuesday. And you ain't got no food over there. Mm-hmm. So Martel is embarrassed that Melody put that shit out there because he is, he done put himself out there as this doting father who's such a great dad who takes care of his children. So now the world knows that he don't be having no food, and Mel got to stop what she doing to go bring them some food on his week with the children. So Martel says, girl, be quiet. He trying to quiet her down because, camera's catching this shit. He don't want this on the show. So he says, see, you're always starting stuff. Be quiet. So he tried to quiet her down like he used to do. But Mel, she's like, yeah, I've been taking food over there. Like, nigga, you ain't about to quiet me down now. Nope. So Mel's like, but thanks for the tea, though, because, he only spent $4.90 between the two of them on that little tea that she sipped on. So she done sipped her tea and she out. So Martel says, why you always, why you want to start things and shoot things down and make me look horrible right now? Because, nigga, you are horrible. How you know you got your kids coming for a week and you don't go to the grocery store and get them no food? But Coleslaw is on Original Straight No Chasers video and telling her that you are paying all her bills. So how does she coming for your 4 children? That's my question. If she ain't got no food, she's an adult. She's an able-bodied adult who can take her ass out here and get a job and work and do what she needs to do and sell some more of them thin-ass bodysuits that she's selling, that she says she's selling, and take care of her own household. When you know your children are coming over for a week, 1 week on, 1 week off, your ass should have been went to the grocery store and got a list of what your kids like to eat so that when they come to your house, they have food to eat. So their mother does not have to stop what she's doing, enjoying her week off with the children, to take food over there so her children will not be sitting up there with a fucking white mouth because your ass ain't got nothing in the refrigerator but 1 bottle of water. That shit is sad. That's sad. And I know Coleslaw be over there probably eating their food because Mel said at the reunion, Coleslaw is over there and they did the children be over there. And she should not be. And I hope that's why they're going to court coming up in January so that she can have Coleslaw ass not there when the children are over there for a week. She's jealous of Melody's children. So anyway, she can come in between Melody's kids and Martel's time together. That's what she wants to do. She's the devil too. Ariane is Martel in female form. He's a female too, but Ariane is Martel in female form. So anyway, she can come over there and be jealous, and that's dangerous to have somebody who don't like the mother and hates the mother as much as Ariana hates Melody to be over there around her children. I don't put anything past her. And the fact that Martel would have this girl around those children after she said things about Melody's children on social media that were nasty things, and you still have her around those kids. That's a dangerous situation. And I know Melody, I know it pisses her off. I know she has to pray because they already had a little knockdown drag out to where they were going back and forth on social media where Ariana slipped up and said, we're with our kids, meaning Melody's kids. She was calling Melody's kids her kids to try to get back at Melody. See, stuff like that, I don't play like that when it comes to mine. And I can't even say on social media, how I would handle that. I can't even see. I'm going to just say somebody wouldn't have had no bangs. You'd have been combing your shit forward fucking with Caramel when you bring my kid into it. You be having a permanent comb over fucking with Caramel. Read between the lines, okay? That's how how I get down. I don't play when it comes to mine. I don't play when it comes to mine. Martel, you be getting some more bags ripped from under your eyes. You ain't gonna have to get them surgically removed because I'm gonna remove them shit. Don't play with me when it comes to mine. And that's what they like to do. Y'all know mamas don't play with some of their kids. I'm that one. Okay. Martel, like I said, he gets up and follow Melody out as if she wanted him to. Melody says, why do you think that everything is about you and making you look horrible? When he says, don't, why you saying that? Why you trying to make me look like a horrible dad or whatever? Whenever Melody says that she got to take food over there. Martel says, okay, but it makes you look good then. Yes, it does. That she got to take time out to go in and take food when you're supposed to have it. So Melody says, I'm being honest. If ain't about making you look a certain type of way, then I'm just being honest. Pretty much, I'm not trying to sit here and be fronting for the cameras no more for you, Martel. I'm going to tell it how it really is. And he didn't like that shit. So Martel, while Melody's talking, he starts closing the door because he don't want her telling no more shit on him because at this point, he's embarrassed that the world know he don't have food at his house when the children are over there, okay? Because he don't want that shit on camera. He was very, very irritated by that. So Martel tries to laugh it off while he walks away as Melody walks her car to leave, all right? Clearly, Melody is not, like I said, protecting him no more on his bullshit. She's putting it out there, and I'm all the way here for it, okay? Because she's protecting him long enough. Now, like I said, he thought that she was just going to come crawling back, but she exposed him, and that's what his ass get, and he got embarrassed, and that's what you get. She got a free tea out of the deal, and she stomped your ass out while she was there, and that's what you get, and you are a bitter baby father because she won't come back to you, Martel, okay? Bye, Martel hoe. Bye, Martel hoe. All right, like lady say. All right, so Martel then says, Jesus, like he was happy as hell that Mel left then because she was telling all his shit. All right, so let's move on, honey. Next scene is Kimmi and Maurice. They could have left this shit out too. I was like, oh God, not another libido conversation, Lord. So Kimmi and Maurice, they're meeting up at the Westin Hotel, which is called Element, to kind of talk about libidos and how she feels about him talking about her hair being gone and their relationship. All right, I'm gonna play the clip because I'm tired of talking. Damn, Mel and Martel don't wore me out right now. So let's get into it. See, I'll be trying to save these damn clips so we can yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying the review so far. 700, my God, and 25 of you guys. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this bullshit.
It's kind of twofold, in all honesty. I would say, first and foremost, date night, and kind of like a thank you.
All right, let's listen.
You didn't sign up for this. Through the ups, through the downs, through the no hair, through I don't want to eat that and all the oatmeal. So, thank you, babe, for hanging in there with me. I appreciate you.
You don't have to thank me for hanging in there with you. I did sign up for this. I'm really proud of you. I think that I've never met a woman that's stronger. You went through all that you went through with great beauty. It's inspirational to me, especially, to see how strong you are.
At the end of the day, every day when I looked up and I was taking that treatment and that chemo, it was one sitting at the bottom of my chair.
Oh, God.
You're supposed to be there, babe.
This is happy night.
So you can't start can't start
I
crying.
know, but I'm just trying to say, even when we have the little speed bumps along the way, I know when I look up every day, like, who has my back?
Really?
You know, I've been trying several things to kind of get my libido on and popping. However, that chemo and radiation will wreak
I knew it
havoc.
was coming.
It's tough on your body. You know, it's just tough. So losing my hair was hard for me. And, you know, my face, my skin, my tone being pale was hard for me. And some of the comments were so mean in regards to I didn't look the same. You know, and I already felt like I didn't look great. All of those things kind of play a role in my sexuality. And so I've tried lots of things. The one thing you don't know that I've tried is that I actually did a boudoir photo shoot.
Are you serious?
Andrea was feeling like maybe if I saw myself on the outside in a different light, that would kind of help me see, you know, what other people see. That's sexy. Enjoy this moment, girl. This is all about you. You know, is that you? It is just you. You did so good. I did so good. And I have a surprise for you. Okay. This is for you.
Oh, hell yeah. This looks amazing. It looks so hot.
I wanted to put it over the bed.
I'm going to put it
So
in my
maybe
office.
one of the other ones. No. Absolutely not.
Take it then, for a reason. This is a very beautiful gift, and it looks just like I see you all the time. Gorgeous.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks. You're welcome. Give me more of them.
Oh, I thought you wanted a more kiss. You want more pictures? I got more pictures.
Okay.
Let me look like Martel.
Thank you. Hey, I did something for you today, too.
What you do for me?
I've been working out ever since my back stopped hurting. I've been going to the gym.
Mm.
Well, why do you keep saying that?
Because I wanted to show you some of my progress.
You gonna see?
You want to see my progress?
I see your progress every day.
You see that?
You drew abs on your tummy?
No, these are abs. I built them.
Except they're not.
I built them.
Who does that?
They come in different shapes
So
and sizes.
corny.
So.
Oh my God. You're so corny.
If I need to visit the gym again,
What
I can.
made you think to do that?
I felt like if we're going to be working on sexy, the least I can do is get in the gym.
That is ridiculous.
Is there anything
Yeah,
else you
child.
like bigger pecs or anything?
No, I don't need any more drawing. I don't need any more drawing. Going to the gym is
Oh my
sufficient.
God.
Okay, this is the gym, by the way.
So you didn't go to the gym?
No, I did. It was fast. It was, I don't know,
Lying.
maybe 10 minutes max.
Who goes to the gym 10 minutes?
Preparing for date night.
I felt like once you start seeing me unbutton my shirt, you see the sexy on its way, and then
Just get me riled up. Huh?
and then
The simple fact that we're doing it is heartwarming to me. So the last thing I'm gonna show you.
okay.
Bring the chocolate strawberries, champagne, and you can meet me over here.
Boo.
That work?
Absolutely.
That's all he wanted anyway. He didn't want to hear all that.
Hey guys, it's time to go.
They kicking the camera crew out because they about to go in there and do what they always do. She about to roll over, child, and take it, per usual. She about to take her wig off, child, and turn into Jermaine Jackson and go in there and roll over and take it. That's what you about to do. Let's get serious. Then she gonna be in there on that shit. Let's get serious, Maurice. Let's get serious. All right, let's move on, child. Y'all, the room is kicking in. Can y'all tell? Oh my God. All right, so let's move on, y'all. But yeah, so Kimmi and Maurice, child, I don't know. I like what you said, Harold. It's a disappointment that Kimmi is more focused on healing versus pleasing Maurice sexually, because that should not be your main focus. And the fact that you continue to feed into his sex addiction only makes you a beard, girl. It makes you crazy. Like, it's like you giving a crackhead crack over here. Like, girl, Maurice has an sexual addiction and you continue to feed it because you are scared that he's going to go out and cheat on you, Kimmi. That's all it is. There is no trust in your marriage. This man just told you he went to the gym for 10 minutes. Who does that? Besides Martel. Who does that? Maurice ain't been to no gym with his chubby ass. He ain't been to no gym. He been jumping up and down like a trampoline on one of his other side chicks because you weren't available, allegedly, to give him what he wants, which is sex 2-3 times a day. Mr. I'm busy and got so many cases that I got to attend to. I mean, damn, Kimmi. It's sad. It's sad that you allow yourself to continue to be put in a situation like that where you allow Maurice to continue to disrespect the hell out of you and make you feel obligated to doing these things so that he doesn't run out and cheat on you. Now, what happened to this damn support dog? Y'all remember she had this damn support dog that she needed because he wasn't there emotionally, psychologically, and whatever way that she needed him. She needed a whole support dog when your husband is supposed to be your support system. And you out here getting hotel rooms for him to meet you up. Ain't no telling where he just came from. He is a Scot now. And them Scots do be Scotting. Kimmi, you need to wake up and stop being such a beard. See what happens when you come in between somebody else's match. See, he was with Kaya. Well, that was Kaya's problem, but you can stay out Maurice's DMs while his broke, busted ass didn't have shit to offer you the dick. And now that's all you get to give him. That's all he wants from you now is the punani. He don't care if you sick. He don't care if you walk around the house looking like Jermaine Jackson and you don't feel good. Yes, I said that. Kimmi, you be looking like Jermaine Jackson. Yes, you do. Why don't you do all the things that you did? That's Kimmi at home. And he's like, should I? You want me to do all the things that? Yeah, absolutely I will. His nasty ass. Oh, he gives me the creeps. His beige ass. Let's move on. I don't talk about them no more. Next scene. Shit. Next scene is LaTisha and Marsau. All right. Tilapia and Martel. Let's talk about them too. Now, they're at their little house, honey, across the street from the gas station, because y'all know they live across the street from the gas station, child. Straight hood. Straight hood shit. Every moped to go by, they hear that bitch. But anyway, the house is still unfinished, all right? Tisha comes to the house, all chipper and happy to see Marsau, and he's emotionally disconnected. He don't want to see her. He don't give a damn if she's there, okay? She comes in, hi, Martel. And he's like, hey, Tisha. Like, bitch, why are you here? He ain't never happy to see Tisha. Have y'all noticed that? Tisha come over, hi, Marsau. He's like, hey, Tisha. Like, hi, Tisha. Damn, what do you want? That's the look he give Tisha. So Marsau says that he's trying to figure out how to put the stove together. He still ain't saying, hey. He looked up at her and right back down at the book. I was like, damn. So he didn't show her no type of affection, no attention. He didn't go over and hug her, none of that to acknowledge, his wife whenever she come in the room. She got her little fake side ponytail shit like this here, all braided up to the side. This her coming in with about 5 pounds of funeral home makeup on, child, because y'all know usually she dark. Now, the day she got her home Michael Jackson damn shit, got a light-skinned girl look like Michael Jackson. She on that bullshit. So she comes in, child, and he's kind of, like I said, staring at this book, ignoring her. So Tisha got on her little 3T jean dress, child, with the cleavage showing, trying to, get his attention. But he still ain't seen that shit. I was like, girl, you got the BBL and everything. He still ain't looking at you. But go off, girl. All right, so Tisha says that she wants Martel, honey, to know that she wants the house done by the date that she chose, okay? Because she tired of staying over there in that little ass apartment that they staying in over there. All right, so Tisha goes on to say that the house has to be done by the time that the kids go back to school. And she asks Martel, okay, Martho, when it will be complete. All right. So the house, of course, is small still, child. It's small. They just, took out this wall here and put it back up. Same square footage, nothing different. All right, so I was like, as small as this damn house is, y'all should have been done. Why is it taking you so long? I mean, if you stop running around with your said hoes out here, you can get some damn work done around here. Now, I know that you are known for not finishing jobs, but at least you can finish your own damn house, Marsau or Martel. All right, so Tisha then asked, can he do it in 10 days? All right, I was like, well, child, listen. He should have did the shit in 5 days. The house is only, 5 by 7 square foot. The house is small. All right, so he says no. He tells Tisha no, he cannot have it done in 10 days. So Tisha says that they started the work on the house back in May, okay? And the lease is up on the apartment that they're staying in. I said, child. So Marsau says, it's not up, is it? Tisha was like, yes, it is up, and that she just received an email, okay, that's 5 E's, M-A-I-L, to ask for an extension on the said apartment. All right. So Marsau said that how long does the lease say? All right. Why do you care? She just told you that it's up. So Tisha says, don't worry about it. It's up. The lease is up. All right. So she didn't want to go into all that because she's agitated that the house ain't done. All right. I'm trying to figure out why y'all leasing this little ass apartment when y'all worth $17 million. So I'm still blown by that. Y'all are worth $17 million and y'all scrunched up, child. In this little tiny ass apartment, but whatever. So Tisha tells Martel, honey, that he needs to be doing all the things to finish up because that he needs to be done, like I said, so they can be moving back in their little house, child. She ready to move back in the little house across the street from the gas station. So Marsau, honey, says that that he has 2 hotels that they're building. I thought it was 1. Now you done added another one on there. That's cute. Says that plus they have a gas station that they're building. He says that they have businesses that he said the business can't run itself, okay, because it'll run itself into the ground. And you should know that from the Canvas Beauty thing. I said, was that some shade right there? That sounds like some shade right there, Marsau. Okay. Tisha then agrees. Marsau then says that I have black renovations to do, Mustani, whatever that means, and he said then I have your office to do as well. So Tisha then says, well, my office is supposed to be before all of this, okay? So then Tisha says, yeah, and still ain't nothing but sticks up there. All right, so she says, can I have my office like now? So Marsau then asked Tisha, does she want a home office instead because she's in the office with him. He doesn't want her in the office with him, and I know why he don't want her in the office, because then Tisha would know when he comes and goes and how long he's gone and who's at the office and all of that. So he doesn't want her at the office with him. He'd rather her have a home office so that she don't be all up in his damn business when he be trying to be out here on the host roll or whatever. Okay, so that's all that is. So he's been stalling Tisha in terms of getting this damn office together for her, because he really doesn't want her in the office with him because she irritates the fuck out of him. All right, so Marsau, he can't cheat in peace, like I said, when he's in the office and Tisha's there. He can't cheat in peace. But Marsau then leans up to Tisha while she's fussing him out about this damn office, and he whispers to her, says, Tisha, you're turning me on, okay, with all of this. I was like, ew. Since when do she turn you on? Like, stop playing for the cameras, Marsau. All right. So Tisha says, can you stop? I was like, oh, Jesus. Meaning, get out of my face with all the fake stuff, Marsau. Like, you don't be all up on me when the camera be off. Like, stop. So Tisha says that they kind of changed the subject now, and she says, Houston was a lot, okay? Said that you hurted my feelings doubting me. And I got to say how they talk. You hurted my feelings when you was doubting me or whatever. Okay, so Marsau was like, hurting your feelings. Tisha was like, okay, Marsau, we'll make it about you. So Marsau says, it says 99.9% of, so Tisha cut him off, okay? And she was like, I don't care. In terms of talking about the vasectomy, because he was like, hurting your feelings, like you went out here and took a pregnancy test and I have a whole vasectomy over here. So then Tisha says, without trust, we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. So they still stretching this whole fake ass storyline out about Tisha taking this pregnancy test and Marsau being fake mad about it. Okay. So Marsau says that is this supposed to be a weird joke? And then he kind of, sarcastically laughs. And then Tisha said, how do we move forward? Says that we obviously have no trust. I was like, oh God, here we go. All right, so my thing is, do they live together? Because this was 3 weeks ago, according to Mel. Y'all just left, 3 days ago, rather, from the Houston trip. So y'all haven't had a chance to talk about this situation since before now. It's weird that y'all are still talking about this and y'all haven't talked about this since y'all came home and figured out whatever it was that y'all were mad about. Y'all are still on this mess, which lets me know it's fake. Marsau then says that, have you ever stepped out on me? Tisha then flips it and says, I can't answer that question, okay? Which then makes him a little irritated, or fake irritated, okay? Marsau says, LaTisha Denise Bonquisha Scott, and I had to rename her, all right? Says that you can't answer that for me. So Tisha leans down on the counter, child, like this, wiping off all Maybelline under her skin, child. Girl, you about to be dark skinned on your chin. You might want to get up. You know you got on all that Maybelline or whatever. I'm messing y'all. So Tisha was like, oh, okay. So Marsau says that that might be a bad decision tonight, meaning your ass ain't getting none. So Marsau then says that you took a whole pregnancy test. He's still on that. So Tisha says, Marsau, think whatever you want to think. She says, I'm not about to go back and forth with you, okay? So Marsau says, well, then you set the rules and I'll know how to play. All right. So then Tisha says, okay, well, then let's play. So then she kind of walks out and she walks around throughout the house to see what else needs to be done. So she ain't want to talk about the shit no more. Then Marsau then says, well, be on the bullshit. Okay. So he was upset a little bit. He pulls out his phone and starts texting someone, probably the big booty girl that they were talking about at the reunion that was sending him booty pics, the one with the big booty that Tisha was saying that Marsau never cheated. And then she saw the picture in his phone and then had to admit that he was kind of doing some shit that he shouldn't have been doing. But I was like, but girl, you went out here and got a whole BBL because you saw this girl with the big booty, big booty Judy in the phone, and now you and Marsau, and still didn't fix your marriage because y'all are still going back and forth, and he still don't look at you the way that you want him to look at you, even though you've done all these things to enhance your body. Your marriage still sucks, but you're still unhappy after all. And the episode ends there. All right, you guys know that was the season finale episode. The only thing that I felt was great throughout this whole damn episode was the situation or the conversation between Mel and Martel. That hyped me up. I didn't really give a hot about the Kimmi situation. I damn sure didn't care about Stormi and her family or that fake shit. And I really didn't care about this Tisha and Marsau mess that they were trying to regurgitate from Houston about her taking this whole pregnancy test, because it was all fake bullshit. But the situation between Mel and Martel, that's what made this episode. So I had to rate it an 8. Okay. I had to rate this episode an 8 because of Mel and Martel, because they carried this episode. Okay. So yeah, but the episode ends there. The next episode, of course, you guys know, will be the reunion, at which that is going to be very juicy. I think it's going to be a 2-part, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. I do have the clip. All right. So
Huntsville reunion. Yeah, we came here to fight.
This is number 4. This is what we came to do.
I got to show and show the way. Okay.
People with that TikTok money, bro. What?
Stormi doesn't pay invoices.
She do not.
3 parts.
Gave your ass grace. Go pop some kids, girl, and shut up.
Oh, came here to fight. Maurice said that you sit there and take it. People felt that he was sexually abusing you.
Faking it was the best move for me.
Make sure that you're there when I'm there. Maybe you're just bad at sex.
I got a hook and a curve. I ain't gonna fake nothing. Is your fear seeing your wife turn into Melody?
A single woman, yes. I don't want to get divorced.
I brought something for you.
Are you in a relationship with the child's mother?
No, I'm not. Does she think you're in a relationship?
When my kids are there, she's there almost every day. She cheated on her husband. Husband cheated on her plenty of times. And
Is that true what she said?
your point is,
It's gonna be good. So okay, yeah, I see you guys putting it. It's gonna be a 3-part, so that's gonna be juicy as hell. And I will be reviewing as well the reunion. Okay, I will be reviewing the reunion. So come on back over here on Sundays at 7:30 and get your caramel fix, honey, because I will be reviewing. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the review tonight. I hope you guys hit the line. So I said, and he was like, yeah, he cheated a little bit. I cheated a little bit, girl. And what? Your husband cheated more than mine. Why are you all up in my business? But yeah, I hope you guys had a great time tonight with the review. Okay, I tried to get it as close as I could to what the show was, as I always try to do. Okay, but Tisha tried to speak up a little bit more, as you guys can see in the reunion. She was trying to come for everybody, including her and Stormi. And I was seeing also that she and Stormi are arguing back and forth on social media, child. And we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, Car Chronicles. All right, but thank you guys. Car Chronicles will not be early because bitch gonna be partying tonight. I'm gonna be drinking a little bit, so Car Chronicles might be Probably maybe 9-10ish. We'll see, because we're off tomorrow, okay? But we will still have it. I will still connect with you guys tomorrow, okay? Somebody said, and your point is, I see you, Harold. All right, thanks for being here, everybody. All content creators that joined tonight, I appreciate you. We had up to 770 something people in here tonight. You guys were showing out. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All my Caramelians, you guys be safe tonight. Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year to everybody in the chat. Y'all be safe. Everybody's in my chat. I want to see y'all tomorrow, okay? Prayers to you guys. Happy New Year to you guys. Please hit the like, and also please subscribe to this channel if you have not, because as you guys can see, we have a ball over here, okay? Love you guys down. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And if I do not see you guys tomorrow, which I will, Happy New Year, okay? I will definitely see y'all tomorrow, all right? Blessings to all. Be safe, peace, and love, okay? Happy New Year 2024, all right? Yes.